Week 13 of the NFL, and we get to watch Nico Collins. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Texans and the Broncos coming up next.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the second overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make everything in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now here's Stroud. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The Texans at 9-2 to start play. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. On the bootleg, Stroud. And he's got it. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look. Take a short break. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Robinson. Touchdown, Houston. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Well, the Broncos offense gets set to go to work, and at the helm in his 2nd season wearing orange and blue, Russell Wilson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. first carry now. This is Williams. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And third down, Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Play action. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. We get a look at what Ertz did receiving-wise last week. 6 catches, 58 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
On first down, Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Williams going to get it again on second down. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. His 7th rushing touchdown, 11th overall. And the Broncos are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the run.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens. 7-7, our score after one. Stroud on third down now. And got his man complete. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I don't care what level of football you play. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along and hope someone would come free.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now it's Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Watch out for Hill on the return. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down. Now Stroud. This is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jackson Smith-Njigba, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith-Njigba touchdown catch. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a toss left side. It's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And smartly going into the slide there. Wilson has enough for the 1st. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And I can can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Wilson's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, here's Williams. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Screen play set up for Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 yards there, just like last play.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate that feels pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Throwing is Wilson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Russell Wilson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz good on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Returning it, Justice Hill. The return man is Hill. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. They'll let this go deep for Collins. And that's caught inside the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Stroud. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Stroud. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where you see the final score there. Derrick Henry, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. From there, let's get to Philadelphia as we check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. The 49ers trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference. These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. But for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaud.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. To throw is Wilson. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Could be full down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They're trying to run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Not that coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They got 29 yards that time. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got hold on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this returnable for Hill. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Texans will take over. Houston set to take over. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. Stroud now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Baron Browning from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Play action. Stroud now. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They're complete to Smith and Jigba. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Now Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Texans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Stroud off the play fake. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Baron Browning able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Stroud. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. Well, this crowd into it now. 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. They're able to get this to Patrick. And he will have the Broncos first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Throwing now is Wilson. Able to find Judy. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams sheds off the tackle. And they'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Now Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks always tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it. Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the second half. That has to sting a bit more.
Absolutely, and I really think that they're going to spend so much time pouring over this game film, trying to figure out where their calls went wrong, how they didn't execute on certain plays. They were so close. Yeah, this one's going to linger for a little while as they try and diagnose this loss.